First episode of the Braxton's Family Values with all the girls over at Toni's house. The girls are getting together because Toni's going out on a tour and she, wanted everybody to get together. My opinion is that they don't get together much. I do not believe that they are as close as they want us to believe that they are. It's okay. It's all right. It's a lot of families that ain't close. But, you know, okay. So anyway, Tamar goes into, making fun of Toni because, she's dating Birdman. And, she wants everybody to call him Brian. She's kind of understating the relationship or whatever. Toni, look, if you want to be with your man, you want to be with your boo, do you, boo. Do you. I think it's a little childish to Tamar. I think that sometimes Tamar plays around too much. I think that that's why she ends up having the family conflict that she does. I don't believe that she's a troublemaker like she seems like it. She just doesn't know how to joke and when to joke around. And you got to know when it's time to play around and when it's time to be serious about the situation. So then we see Tamar, at the house with Vince, and they're going over, how Logan, Tamar's son, ran over the mother. I know she said it in humor, but it just wasn't funny to me. I guess I should have laughed. But I just didn't think it was funny at all. I think that, a child that young should not be behind a motor vehicle. That a go-kart is considered a motor vehicle. And so I didn't think it was funny at all. I'm glad that Miss Evelyn was fine and everything like that. Here's something key that I'm going to say. While Toni is away, the mother has agreed to watch the boys. Hold that thought. So next we see Tawanda meeting with her lawyer. She is going to get a divorce from her husband finally. Finally, she's getting a divorce from her husband. And, she talks about how she doesn't need a roommate or, a stay-at-home dad. She needs somebody to contribute. But you know what, Tawanda, this is the thing, boo. I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I believe and understand what you're saying. I could do bad by myself too. But you know what? You put him somewhat in this predicament. When you allow a person to do something like that or to live off of you, or you become the sole breadwinner to advance your career, you're stuck with that. See, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And so if you knew that this was something that you was not going to be able to live with, you shouldn't have started it from the giddy up. One thing about young women that I always advise them, never start anything that you cannot finish. Today's favors always becomes tomorrow's obligations. You allow him to stay at home and take care of the kids, and now you want to change up on that deal. Well, guess what, boo? You can't change up on the deal now. You've already created the environment that he is going to be living in. And so it's going to be hard. But anyway, the lawyer talks to her and he tells her that, he wants all of her property. And so she says, yeah, I agree to it. Wrong answer. Because when you start giving into different things and you give into everything, then you have no wiggle room to make any kind of compromises. But this is a decision that she felt like she wanted to do, to agree to all of that. But then the husband, wants full custody of the kids. Okay, again, when you set a precedence with him and you said, okay, well, you go ahead and take care of the kids. I'm going to sing with my sister and help my sister's career. You set a precedence that he was a stay-at-home mom. Now, if the shoe was on the opposite foot, if it was a stay-at-home mom and she was a female and she was staying at home and she wanted custody of the kids, a lot of times the woman wins that case because the man is outside of the home. That doesn't mean that it's all the time. I'm just saying the majority of the time. So we can't be sexist and say, well, he doesn't have the right to ask for alimony, to ask for child support, to ask for all of those things, because believe me and trust me, the precedence was already set by Tawanda. And so, good luck. Okay, so y'all already know I'm not going line by line, script by script, scene by scene, right? Okay. All right, long as y'all know. And yes, Auntie took that necklace off because it was just a bit too much, okay? All right, so now here we go where the sisters, Trina and Tawanda, go over to Tracy's hotel. Tracy's like, I haven't talked to Tawanda since she announced that she was getting a divorce. Again, like I said, I don't believe that they're as close as they say they are. I think they filmed together as sisters. I think that they got sister cliques. There are things within the family dynamics that causes one to like more than the other, or to hang with each other more. I don't think it's distance. Tamar has said in previous years that, the sisters don't really call her. They don't go out to LA and see her, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we also saw Tamar talking to Toni and, just saying, I hope that whoever got a problem will just say what their problem is. But Tamar, what I want you to understand is, and I'm not for you, I'm not for none of y'all. I am just going to do this review based on what I see. And Tamar, from what I see, you're not allowed to make jokes. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You're not allowed that as a baby sister. You know why? Because you're wealthier than everybody else. You married into you got into a marriage with a man who has turned into a mogul. You're not allowed, like everybody else, to make jokes and to be in the family dynamics. You got to be on the outside. You got to be the one to keep your mouth shut. It's unfortunate, but in a lot of families, especially bigger families, there are always one or two people outside of the family. They call it the black sheep. And Tamar, unfortunately, you are the black sheep of the family. You're the one that every time you say something, it's wrong. Every time you say something, it's a dig. And so once you realize that, Tamar, you will be in peace with yourself and with your sisters. Because they just want you to show up. They just want you to have your money and be silent about your money. They want you to have your victories, but they want you to share it with them. It just is what it is. And that's not to say that I'm for Tamar. That's just to say that I understand family dynamics. And there is always that one person in the family who just doesn't fit in like everybody else. It's unfortunate, it's sad, and it's unfair, but it is what it is. So, Tracy is saying that, Tamar had a tweet and tweeted out, that she wasn't going to get a Grammy or some bull crap like that. And I couldn't enjoy my moment. Why not? Why couldn't you enjoy your moment? You didn't even release the song that your other sister sang on. And then, why didn't you invite Tamar to sing on the show? On the song. Did you think that she was going to overshadow you? Absolutely she was. Because, see, Tamar got little Tamar Martians. And they all for their girl Tamar. Trust and believe that. And that's not to say that you don't have fans. That's not to say that you're not successful. That's not to say that, well, no, it does mean that you don't compare to her. It does mean that sometimes in families, some people's lights are a little bit brighter. At one point, Tony's light was really bright, and you all stood in the shadows. And then at this point, it's Tamar and Toni who lights are shining bright, and you unfortunately, you're in the shadow of your sister. So, it is what it is on this particular episode. I'm just really kind of like, tapping the surface of this. But we're going to really get into the nitty gritty as we go on with these reviews.